Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you might have missed me last week because we weren't here, but we are back for round 4 of the vintage IMSA, otherwise known as the 2005 ALMS Championship here on AMS2, presented by America's Racing League. We're in New York this week at what many people consider to be one of their favorite circuits of all time. I won't lie, not my favorite one in the entire world. Of course, I am talking about Watkins Glen International. It is 3.45 miles and 11 turns, but it feels a whole lot more than that of absolute historic racing surface. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what we have going on here and what I mean by vintage IMSA or ALMS, I'm talking, of course, about the American Le Mans Series, not the Asian Le Mans Series that most people know. ALMS 4 nowadays that include the GT1 spec cars, which are, I guess, most attributed to the modern GT3s, and the LMP1s, which I would say are most attributed to the modern LMP2 cars. There are a couple more that we have amongst everything that is out in AMS2. We decided to keep it to GT1s and LMP1s top spec in each of the respective class. No classic LMP2s, no GT2s, no GT3s, none of that business. We're going for the big high output, all gas, no brakes machinery that you're seeing on screen. The beautiful GT1s. As it's been with the other 2 rounds that we broadcast so far, I'll probably be giving you a lot of information about engines and just the cars in general, because I think they're super interesting, super cool. I would argue the engines we have on display here today are significantly more interesting than the modern LMGT3 or GTD, depending on your preference, whether it's WEC or IMSA. I think they're a lot more interesting. Infinitely more displacement. Some of these engines putting out about the same amount of horsepower, roughly, maybe a bit more. Infinitely more torque and a lot more cylinders. Nothing quite comes close. The lowest displacement we're running in the GT1 field so far is 6 liters. There is nothing that comes all that close to that on a modern grid today. If you're talking GT machinery, all the drivers getting ready to put in their first fast laps, and I do believe that Mr. Spiky Cactus is going to start us off with the benchmark in the Viper GTSR V10, sending him down the straight. It's a 140. Well, it's actually Pig Kush that put down the first lap time. Excuse me. Spiky Cactus did not reach the benchmark, which is a 45.8 set by the man in the Lamborghini. Time's beginning to trickle in. I think some drivers still leaving the pit lane. There's Chinese designs, rather unsurprisingly, showing his pace over others. That is really been the man to beat on pace. His Chinese designs in his Aston Martin DBR9 that makes really good sound, as do all of these cars. And I wish they were still around. But these cars are super tricky, be in no doubt. No modern creature comforts. You do not get ABS. You do not get traction control. You do, however, get multiple compounds of tire. More like the... I would say these are closer to a GTE car rather than a GT3, if you're familiar with those, though those do have traction control. They are lacking the ABS, but they also have a different compound of tire. So, however you want to think about it, whatever's easiest to wrap your brain around, but no creature comforts in these cars. A lot more sliding than you're going to be used to. A lot more tricks on exits, shall we say. But generally, plenty of excitement. About 4.5-ish minutes remaining for the GT1s to set their lap times. Of course, 20-minute split qualifying. GT1s go out, then the LMP1s hit the circuit like a rocket ship. And I did do the due diligence of pulling up the qualifying results for the IMSA championship here last year, just because I was quite curious how close or far these cars would be to their modern counterparts. So we'll have that to reference, because I like numbers, I like nerdy stuff, and to see how far we've come in terms of lap time. Granted, the GT1s are an entirely different specification to a GTD car, and the modern cars are better in a lot of ways. But these, in terms of sound, in terms of sight, and in some cases, for some of these drivers, in terms of lap time, they are the best of the bunch. Roaring down towards the bus stop is Crazy Mittens in the MC12. And coming through fairly gently, I will say. A couple of times, people jumping up, but nobody near Trengy's designs as of yet. Such incredible sounds these cars make. A 6-liter V12, a 6-liter Ferrari V12 in the middle of this car. And if you're familiar with the Ferrari Enzo, it is the exact same engine. It is basically the exact same chassis. Maserati just bolted another body onto it and went racing in it. Cool would have been if they made an Enzo GT1 car, though. We're going to go on board now. Full roof cam spec with Pink Kush here to see what an onboard looks like at Watkins Glen. This is turn 1. You can run extremely wide if you want to. It may not be the fastest way around the corner. The track limit's basically non-existent. You come up, start going uphill through the S's now. That's turn 3's really not running it super well. Understeering into the wall just a bit. It'll buff out, I'm sure. Trengy's is only gone and gotten a bit quicker. We come down towards the inner loop here, which curiously isn't actually counted as a corner. Usually that would be 2 extra corners, but no, it isn't. It's not considered a corner. It's just, I don't know, it's nothing, I guess. Turn 6 now, you start getting down towards the boot section of the circuit, which if you look to the top right of your screen, it does look a bit boot shaped. Turn 7, super tricky, probably one of the hardest corners on circuit. It's an uphill hairpin. You really need to get your throttle input right. You can be spat out if it goes a bit wrong. Decent run towards turn 8, heel corner, and a reasonable brakies up. Maybe we'll see some overtakes here later this evening. Really running it all the way out, taking a bit more of a narrow line is the Mercy driver. And here's turn 9. You want to get on power as early as you can, but not too early. Basically a street circuit, this thing. The walls are never far away from penultimate corner, turn 10. Don't want to run wide here. And then through the final at turn 11. I don't need to tell you why you don't want to run wide here, because there's a wall yet again. That's roughly what a lap looks like for Pink Kush, and that will bring him up to 4th position overall. Let's see what Neo Reales has for us at the start of their lap. Hopefully not an early rush with the wall. A couple of drivers in the YouTube chat who aren't here. Shout out to Lorena, one of them. I believe participated earlier on in the championship, maybe stepped away. You can feel free to correct me on that. And another wishing everybody the best and promising they'll be here next week, which you better be. If I'm here, then that means you gotta be here. We are, of course, in round 4 of this 8-round championship, where next week we'll be going well, off the IMSA calendar entirely. We're going to be going outside the States to a world-famous circuit, Spa-Francorchamps, and it's the historic layout from 2005. So we're going to be going back to period and going to be hitting up that circuit for next week. So definitely not one to miss. Certainly one to be enjoyed for all of our drivers. A lot of feathering happening towards the end of the lap for Mayo Reales. Let's see if there's improvement. A lot of lap time to find. It is close, sort of between second through fifth position. Really less than a second separating them. We'll see what ARL can do on their last lap time. It is an improvement, a big one, up to seventh for them, and immediately into pit lane. We'll see what Flores can do. He should be the last to cross the line in the GT1 field. Actually, no, we still have the Crazy Mittens, which may be doing a bit of an in-lap, perhaps. Maybe not on a timed lap, though. They need to be careful because the LMP1s are nipping at the heels. You do not want to get in their way, and you do not want them to get into yours. So we'll see if this is going to be a timed lap, if this is going to be a late lap improvement. Nope, as I suspected. It was an in-lap. And we'll see what Jeff H. has got on his first timed lap. This, according to practice, looked like the man to beat, quite frankly. He was very quick, though. I don't know if they were practicing doing a quali sim. I don't know if they were doing more a race pace run. I can't say, but it won't take us long to know. Only about a little over a minute and a half for these LMP1s to do their lap times. While they're going about that, let's do some comparing from old to new based on the pole lap time. So the pole lap time was set by FAF Motorsports and the Lamborghini Huracan Evo 2. Rest in peace, King, now that they've moved on to the Temerario. But I am excited about the new car, but enough of that. I'm a bit of a FAF fan, so I won't faff around too much talking about them. But that pole time here at Watkins Glen last year was a 1:44.9. Excuse me, 0.59. So about a 44.5 lap time, and that was beaten by our pole sitter here today, Trengy's Designs, with the 43.6. So, you know, 20 years has gone by, and it used to be a little bit faster. At least the GT1s used to be a little bit faster. The GT3s, I think there's only one. The M3 GT3, I can guarantee, is not coming close to a 44 lap time. It's quite a bit slower. Jeff H is going to set the benchmark here for them all to chase. It's a 37.8. I know, well, I'm pretty sure, fairly certain that we're going to be seeing a bit quicker. Cameron Magruder next to cross the line. A young man that I had the pleasure of racing against last night after the Easter Sunday race that ARL hosted on LMU. He challenged me effectively to a 1v1. I will not share the results. I'll leave that to your imagination, but super impressed with his driving, super impressed with his maturity when battling. So a lot more good to come from this young man. And we'll see how he's adapting to prototype machinery. We were driving hypercars yesterday, I will say. So not too dissimilar, I suppose. It's entirely dissimilar. It's no use setting a quicker time. The first driver into the 36s by a margin that really can't be calculated all that much. Just a thousandth was enough to get into the 36s. I think we'll get a bit quicker as time goes on. See, as the chimes start to drop, one thing to note for the eagle-eyed viewers, those who are familiar enough with this series might be noticing something with these LMP1 cars, and that a lot of them seem to be in either different cars or now they're all in the same car. That's because it was deemed that the Audi R8 LMP1 was by far the slowest car to an unacceptable degree, about 3 seconds a lap in pretty much every circuit. So drivers were given the opportunity to switch, and it was recommended they switch to the Courage C60, which we're looking at now, which seems to be the absolute favorite. So most drivers are in that are here tonight. I think one of them might be in the Dallara, which interestingly enough shares the exact same engine as the Courage C60, so not a whole lot different than them. Slightly different chassis, different aero package as well. It seems that the Courage is the favorite of the lot. Sloth will be next to cross the line with any improvement. Another driver who has been very impressive, very quick here on AMS2. And we'll see how they're feeling. Fairly sedate in the third sector. Another car like the GT1s, no traction control, no ABS. So it is just raw driver skill, keeping it pointed in the right direction with a helping hand of downforce. Not an improvement coming in. It's no use entering pit lane. Question is, I wonder if they're going to come out and try to do another quick lap. Maybe that's all they think they can do for lap time. Everybody's getting closer. Jeff H closing in the closing moments. 3 more minutes remain in qualifying. And curiously, Mr. Zigzag Bruno in his LMP1 car, he was here driving at some point, but as you can see, he's sitting in pit lane. So I'm not sure if this is going to be an attempt last to first, or perhaps just unavailable for qualifying. Maybe we'll be unavailable for the race. I guess we'll know. This is now the best opportunity to complain on behalf of Mr. Randy Magruder, because as you can see, these are 2 cars, 2 identical cars and 2 identical liveries. This is a custom livery, so I'm just gonna guess that wasn't quite paying attention when they chose it, and hopefully this won't be the case in the race. Hopefully there won't be one after another where I'm pretty much going to have to guess who's who and probably get it wrong, but it's all good. Things happen. But I also know that if I call Randy out directly, I will get a message later tonight, and that, I don't know, kind of funny. Kind of funny. I have powers, and I know a lot of the drivers enjoy watching these back, so if I name them specifically, sometimes I'll get a note from them, or I can just feel an evil glare through my screen as they're doing it. I wake up into the middle and I have a cold sweat being like, who's talking about me? It's a bit of, I could almost describe a bit of impeding happening here. Second place Merchant is going to immediately have to try to get past Randy Magruder in a racing fashion. So down into turn 1, shall we say, for the first time tonight, and hopefully not the last. I'm certain we'll see some moves there. 4-liter V10, the Judd V10s in these cars screaming, and part of the reason I'm staying on both of them is because it's almost harmonic when both cars are running at about the same place. And they sound very good, but that's very bad for second place Merchant, and almost comes into Magruder. He stays out of the way. He just kind of overdid it just a touch in the inner loop in the bus stop. And here's an Audi. I was gonna say, I didn't know if there were actually any Audis on the circuit. Trucks in history still braving it in the Audi, even though they're sort of undergunning themselves already with knowing what's going on. Mr. Super Goose, the races will be starting momentarily. We are still in qualifying. And I'm gonna say yes, the race has been a good one, even though we haven't even gotten started yet. The clock ticks to 0. Everyone who's on a valid lap will get to complete it. Not sure if Matty Ice crossed the line in time. Maybe he did. We'll see. It's no use coming down pit lane. I don't think anybody else really is here to make a big move. Maybe Sloth can pull out a lap time of the gods. No improvement for Randy Magruder as he comes across the line. Next will be Trucks in History, and it's round we go in turn 11. And the Audi already off to a not the best start in the universe that you're going to see. Does seem like that Matty Ice did get a valid lap time, or did cross line in time to set their final valid lap. They are close enough to second place Merchant and Sloth where not a lot of time. 4/10 can find them up a couple of positions, maybe find themselves on the second row. Sloth coming now through turn 9. Tickling the throttle, not running into any walls. Turn 10, little more than a brush of the brakes, a downshift. Same with turn 11. Not a lot of slowing down, but it's into the wall. Not enough slowing down. Maybe that didn't hurt the lap time too much. Oh, we'll never know, will we? Because session ended. I'm going to read these as fast as I can because I have a feeling the session is going to switch over super quickly. It's No Use on pole. Jeff H. second. Sloth third. Second place Merchant fourth. Matty Ice fifth. Chronos sixth. DK seventh. Trucks in History eighth. Randy Magruder ninth. And I'm going to continue going like nothing happened. Anthony Pacheco, now that I can take my time, is in 10th place. And Cameron Magruder bringing up the back at the moment in LMB2. I don't know if Zigzag Bruno is going to take the start. We'll see what happens once everything gets readied up, everything gets going, and we start our formation lap. Possibility they try to do a last to first or last to whatever they can get. There's a gentleman I'm very familiar with in the European leagues that I run with that he very often doesn't qualify and slices his way through the field and always makes for an exciting race, at least from his perspective. But Trengi's design is on the pole in GT1. CDLT 5177 starting on the front row with him. Spiky Cactus third. Flores is in fourth. Pink Kush is in fifth. Busted Nuts, which, depending on the nuts, you may not want to bust it, is in sixth. Mayor Rielis is in seventh. Crazy Mittens eighth. Octavian in ninth. And Les Paul Obsession and Nicholas Rage is in 10th and 11th. And I know that Nicholas Rage does have a custom livery. And I was curious to see what it was. And we're getting a bit of a teaser, shall we say, of what this livery is going to look like. And I know full well that it is an absolute abomination. So we'll hide that for now and maybe check in on that later. I did manage to get everything ready for once in my life regarding custom liveries on race cars, so we're good for the moment. Everybody's here, everybody's in the livery of their choice. Two cars might or may not be. Oh my, that was something. Pretend that I didn't just see a massive light speed accident and a bunch of smoke. Well, there's one car that's not really moving at the moment, and it's it's Nicholas Rage, who, there's the livery in all of its glory. That is truly horrifying, but unfortunately for them, they're in the wall. Things are sort of happening. I have a feeling that are people starting to get penalties? People are starting to get penalties. I'm wondering if the start proceedings are going to be halted because of what's occurring on the formation lap. Zigzag Bruno was allowed to go up and join their grid, so they did just decide to not qualify and start from the back. But we'll see. Nope, the absolutely disgusting but in some way beautiful Murcielago is not moving. They are parked at the apex of turn 10. So hopefully they start moving. It looks like some of the cars in the back still really haven't left to start their formation lap. Drivers sort of going really slowly. They're really going to need to pick up the pace to join up with the formation. I'm wondering if Crazy Mittens is actually in control of the car. They are. They're just electing to go really slowly. Now they hit the loud pedal. Yeah, they're really going to need to get a shift on. This is kind of unfortunate for Les Paul Obsession, who's starting behind him, because whatever shenanigans were happening, they are absolutely now just going to have to push really hard on their formation in hopes of getting behind the grid. They might be able to make it if they move quickly enough. I mean, the leaders are coming down now into turn 8. So we'll see. But I think for better or for worse, we're going to be missing one such Lamborghini. So, well, no, hold on. A bit of movement. I don't know what's happening. A bit of steering input. Nope. No, I don't. No, wait. A little bit of life. It seems like I spurred the demon into life, and it's immediately down to pit lane. As the leaders are coming around, I assume they're going to get to start the race, but they're going to be from laps down because they have to pit for repairs before the flag goes green. Still, again, it's Crazy Mittens not going quick enough. The lights are about to go green, and they're starting way behind, but it's no use. Takes the flag. It's a really, actually, excellent start on the lights for them, and it's going to be Jeff H and Sloth on the brakes into turn 1. Jeff H is ahead. He's got his braking point right down. Matty Ice in second place. Merchant getting a little bit together. Cars going a bit deep. I think that's Magruder and Trucks in History perhaps getting together a bit early, but it's a stellar start for the leader, though. Here comes second place Merchant around the outside of Sloth, trying it into the bus stop. We might see a bit of chicanery from everybody. I think it's 3 wide in the background for Magruder. It's actually father and son that are now racing each other, with Kronos just getting to watch. But a clean start-ish in the LMP1 field. What looks like a pretty clean start for our pole sitter in GT1. CDLT 5177 dropping back just a bit. We've had an early race retirement. I think it's actually... Oh, wait, that second place Merchant. He's rounded down and out and dead, and I really wish we had replays, but thanks to AMS2. So sorry, nothing for you guys. A bunch of cars disappearing. I think, are we calling a halt? We're calling a fault. I think we may be restarting the race, since many drivers are dropping out. Let me refer to the AMS2 chat. We will be restarting the race. So everybody who died, it was intentional. So maybe everybody's gonna get a second chance. I'm wondering though. Okay, that's somebody vertical. That's a lot of missing pieces on these prototypes. It does kind of seem that it's no use. Maybe he hasn't gotten the message and is just still gonna go hell for leather. This is something that's sort of a known issue with the formation lap, the automated, I guess it's semi-automated formation lap on AMS2, is that sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes people get undeserved penalties. If there's cars that don't actually set off on the formation and you overtake them, you will start getting penalized pretty much unfairly. So as everybody's going back to having a bit of crashy, everybody's going back, we will reset here, and it will be a manual formation lap, a fully manual formation lap. They'll probably add some time on the clock to allow for it, and we'll get it all going. But yeah, if somebody doesn't set off, somebody's going too slowly, you can't overtake them. Otherwise, you'll start getting 2-second penalties every handful of seconds, and that will just completely ruin your race. So, gave it a shot, but the fallback plan is always go back, run it again, and we'll pretend like nothing happened. Hopefully everybody knows where they're supposed to be starting. And nothing goes wrong in terms of manual formation. Interestingly, right now we are sitting in the brand new sort of 2014 era first gen hybrid Formula One cars. So I think something was set up slightly wrong. So I think it does. We gotta roll back again. You can't see what I'm looking at, but that's fine. You get the pretty track pictures that are Watkins Glen. That if anybody's been paying a whole heck of a lot of attention, this has been the cinematic that's rolled post race. I have not been changing it per circuit. I do not have cinematics for every circuit. Figured I'd stick it on Watkins Glen because it's an American circuit and we're doing an American series. So, you know, same old, same old. But for this week and this week alone, it will be absolutely on the money. Actually, I think I have a spa, so maybe next week we'll be looking at spa. So at least, you know, something something good uh might come out of all this. We'll see if okay, everything's getting ready, getting good to go. How are all of you doing who are watching? Who's everybody since I sort of have to awkwardly fill the space while I wait for everything to proceed. Everybody doing good? Good weekend, good start to the week. The weather's been really crappy the past 2 days, so been medium. It's been medium here in the great state of Florida. I'm looking forward to um, endurance racing to get started again. We have Long Beach in 2 weeks. I think Imola in 3 weeks, maybe. The WEC is going to get underway finally. So I'm excited to look forward to that. Formula One's on its multi week hiatus because races got canceled because war in the Middle East, shall we say, sort of made it so it's a bit interesting to go to the Middle East to do racing, which is why WEC got delayed as well, and we're not starting with the season opener in Qatar. But honestly, the few weeks off of Formula One, I see as an absolute win, considering a certain somebody is going to go and do the Nurburgring 24, and I think that will be exciting to watch. Bring a lot of people to NLS as a whole, and that's a good thing because man, NLS is fantastic. I think NLS 3 is in a week or two, and then NLS 4 is the big one, the N24. So you know that's good. Other races, if you follow, if you're following like NASCAR and IndyCar, sorry, I do not have those calendars off the top of my head. I don't personally watch a lot of NASCAR or any. I occasionally watch a bit of IndyCar, but don't know what's happening. I don't know where they're gonna be. Um, I do enjoy watching racing quite a lot. Don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Um, but I think this is actually the first week so far the series that I don't have Mr. Ted Piper in here with me. I've just realized it's like extra quiet in the AMS2 commentary box this week, though. I'm fairly used to it. I do always like trying to have an extra voice in here, try to have an extra person, since uh, I'm great in everything. I think I do swell. I think I do excellent. Um, but I do better when someone else is around. It's more interesting, differing opinions, differing perspectives. It'll always give a better a better outlook to a race, all of that good stuff. We are loading back in to the event now, so not long till we get underway. As a reminder, we will be going straight into the formation lap, which will be done by the drivers and guided by Mr. Sean Stewart in the ARL voice chat. So if you're a driver and you're not in there right now, maybe go in there. Probably a good idea. So hopefully we don't get any shenanigans. But we are back in, which is good news. And they should get underway fairly shortly. You will notice there are some, there's a bit of an awkward order to where everybody's sitting. And that's entirely because it basically did a random qualifying. Everyone will go back into their correct positions, which is part of the formation. And I'm gonna call him out again because he's in someone else's car again. Mr. Randy Magruder, shame on you. You know better. And also, you changed cars, so I have to now adjust again. Remember which one you're in. But congrats on pole position in winning the lottery, I suppose, even though you're going to lose it in about not long. In very, very short. There's a certain Lamborghini on the lottery pole as well. Maybe they'll get going this time. Maybe they won't drive into a wall. I don't know. We're just waiting on all the drivers to ready up, so the formation will go underway. But it's a good view of the whole sort of grid and shot here. A modern circuit filled with a not modern machinery. The LMP1s and the GT1s, all from around 2005. I guess I'm gonna trust Ryza Studios that everything is as spec to 2005. I tried to do my research, and everything seemed right. But the lights are gonna go out here. Everyone's gonna begin moving nice and slow. Everybody's gonna do what they need to do, take back their positions. The pole sitter's gonna get back on pole. Everybody's going to filter their way through. And everything looks pretty good so far. The GT1s seem to be somewhat moving. However, there's a specific Murcielago that's getting a lot of attention tonight that yet again isn't going anywhere. Is just kind of there. Seems like fighting against the ghosts in the machine. But for the most part, everybody's underway except two, maybe. So Pink Kush is also not moving. Nicholas Rage is now moving in the Mercagialago. That's terrible. The Lamborghini Murcielago? I don't know. I'm going to stop trying. I think whatever I do is going to be terrible. But almost everybody's underway. I think hopefully Pink Kush gets moving soon. They're going to start running out of time to do so. It seems like everybody just about is in their gridding positions. The best part and worst part about these manual formation laps is they are kind of a pain, I feel, and they sort of, I don't know, it's strange because you don't get the lights to go green, the lights don't go out, you don't get that typical race start, you're just waiting in a voice chat for somebody to say go, which just feels a little bit strange. The other thing that's strange is there's going to be a Lamborghini on the start-finish straight that I really hope gets moving, or maybe they become ghosted so people can go through them. I don't know. But everybody is quite good at them now, because more often than I'd care to admit, because developers at Ryza Studios really don't care about fixing bugs that have existed for 5+ years. I know I say 5+ years because I've seen these issues as long as I've been driving this game, and it's been about 5 years. and it's really annoying, and I wish they would fix these things, these super basic things, so that it'd be easier to enjoy races. We wouldn't have to have false starts, blah blah blah, all that. I'll stop being so negative. You know, sometimes I get extremely frustrated because they have the technology. The good news is, though, the Lamborghini, well, the bad news is, I guess, that the Lamborghini Pink Kush did not get moving, but they did disconnect, so they are no longer hazard on circuit. LMP2s are basically done gridding up. The GT1s now are going to take that moment. It's tricky as well because it now gives everybody an opportunity to get the start right. The likes of CDLT 5177, not the greatest start. He dropped a position early in the race, got jumped by somebody else. It's no use, had a stellar start, so going to be hoping to repeat that. They should go green when they cross the line. I don't know if they're going to do a full split start. Maybe they will. It seems like they've already called the green already, though. That feels awfully early. And it's another absolutely stellar start for It's No Use, and a little bit of movement in the backfield. Everybody's moving pretty cleanly. I think they're going to go green. You know, they went green at the appropriate time. I think It's No Use jumped the start a bit. Everyone was expecting one place. Someone else was expecting another. It seems that Nicolas Cage has found himself in another incident before the green. So that's happening. CDLT 5177 is having to watch their outside for the Viper of Spiky Cactus, but everybody's through. It looks a bit cleaner coming in now. And a strong start for both pole sitters, maintaining the lead coming through. The Murcielago of Nicolas Cage is fully underway now, though shooting himself in the foot just a bit, I think. Anthony Pacheco has dropped back a huge amount. Another driver that's still in the Audi, off to a not the greatest start so far.
Mr. Jack, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm glad we're underway. Ladies and gentlemen, the specialist guest in the world, Mr. Sean Stewart, is here with us.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, apologies to the crowd for any mishaps there. We're not really sure what happened. Just AMS2 doing AMS2 things once again. So.
Yeah, I went ahead and hit a quick rant while we were doing the formation lap. So you know, all good stuff. But let me make sure you can see what I can see in terms of the race. So you get to see all the pretty things. But I'd say a slightly cleaner start than the first time, and not that it was an entirely dirty start, but
this is lovely.
Yeah. Fight for the lead already.
Great battles, yeah. Here we go. Just H making moves.
Oh no! I was gonna say it's a bit tricky to go through the bus stop. Too wide.
And he just blasts through the grass. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Call it good.
Call it good. It's fine. It's good for second place Merchant, though. He's jumped up. I mean,
very nice jump up there. Yeah. Wow.
Right place, right time for him. I'm wondering if we're going to see something similar in GT1. They're not quite alongside each other, but it is close.
Locke also making his way past It's No Use on the little mishap through the bus stop.
It's true. So ground to make up in both fields, but I will say I'm a bit surprised to see a couple Audis this evening, one of which is on screen. I mean, I know you sent out the note of, hey, you guys can change your cars if you want. The Audi is massively off pace, but there's two Audis tonight, Trucks in History and Anthony Pacheco, who,
you know, I think some of the guys, if they're comfortable, they think they can do well, let them have it. But yeah, the disclaimer was the Audis were about 3 seconds slower than the other two cars, so you know, I gave everyone the option to change it if they felt like being more competitive. So we'll see how that plays out tonight.
Yeah, I do think that's something absolutely that's true about if you just you've spent enough time in a car, you feel comfortable in it, and these can be a bit uncomfortable to drive in certain situations. So if you don't
Absolutely.
crash it, you keep it on circuit, you can have a run, which a run Trucks in History has on Kronos, maybe a little bit cleaner
Oh,
through bus stop this time. Mostly.
oh, wow. And just in front there, I don't know if you saw it, but It's No Use and Sloth were neck and neck right in the middle of the bus stop again.
Oh.
So some chaos at the start here.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's learned their lesson quite yet. I think it'll take maybe a massive accident, maybe a loss of a rear wing to really certify that maybe we shouldn't go for an overtake there. But, like, it is one of the better opportunities on the circuit. There are a few,
Yes.
but there aren't many.
I've noticed in the past in my own racing, the turn in just before the bus stop, people brake pretty early because they're nervous to spin out, and that's a great overtaking place. But you make one minor mistake and you're gonna be a hurting puppy after that. So
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that everybody made it out okay after the first couple.
Looking clean.
Yep, I noticed that in practice, and I think this answers my question whether Jeff H was on a full race pace run or whether he's on a qualifying run. He was the guy to beat. Is now that we're on full fuel, rapid is this man.
Yes, and second place being no slouch in these cars. He's been stepping it up this season.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's tired of being in second place.
I think he is. Is he going to change his name if he wins the championship? What do you think?
Could be. But the gap sort of it's coming down. It's going back up. It's ebbing and flowing, as we say. But I have a sneaking suspicion that it's going to be sooner rather than later. The GFH. They could be running different compounds of tires. I would have no way to know that because AMS2 is the greatest of all time, getting in the mirrors just a bit. It's GFH, and I mean, as a driver yourself, Sean, you know how useful / annoying that can be to just have somebody behind you just constantly getting in your mirrors.
Absolutely, it's the mind games they're playing on you to just make that mistake, and there is that one fellow rule of racing: just don't look in your mirrors. That's when mistakes start to happen.
That's true. It's tough not to. It's really hard not to. You need to know what the car behind you
doing just that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's pairing up. It's almost like everybody's found their dance partner for the evening. I mean,
it's very true.
We got, partners all around. I'm kind of spoiled for choice to, pick people to look at here, but we'll go for
what a spin.
Round she goes for Flores. I was gonna say, I wonder who's the first to make an error.
Jeez.
And it began to happen.
Yeah, he and Cactus were quite the battle. Looks like CDLT5 177 still giving Trango a hard time here.
I'm super impressed because qualifying wise, Trango was basically a lightning bolt.
He's the hottest lapper we got.
That's true. Fun fact, I talked about it during qualifying because I was curious. And his time is actually quicker than the pole time set here by the GTDs last year.
Wow.
So,
he's an animal.
He is an animal. I did forget to reference the LMP1s, but they're in between the GTPs and the LMP2s. So
True.
Wasn't anything exciting. Wasn't anything exciting to mention, but it's still interesting.
Very much.
When cars are lighter, when you have less safety equipment, they tend to be really quick.
Very quick, yeah. And all that power. These cars had so much power.
Oh, would you like to know how much? I have it all written down.
I heard you're the engine master from a couple broadcasts ago, so yeah, lay it on me, man. I want to hear it.
I did some research before it started. I sort of went and looked at all the engines of the cars, wrote it all down. just because I don't know off the top of my head, as I do with a lot of more modern machinery. And the LMP1s, the Courages. Oh my lord, where are we? We've gone into
while you're warming up that, we just had a pass from Jeff H.
We did. I think we also just lost CDLT. Because I was on board with him. He was right behind Trengi's Designs, and I think he disappeared.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I wonder if he got eaten up.
I
did not see that.
I was white because I was looking at the screen, and suddenly we were seeing nothing but gray skies, and suddenly he's not on the board. I didn't see an incident. I didn't hear a crash.
I didn't either, no.
You are right. Jeff H has made a pass for the overall lead, while the race out front in GT1 has changed a bit, because Mr. CDLT, otherwise known as Carlos, has disappeared, and I'm a bit gutted for him, because
yeah,
Carlos and I are buddies now. I invited him after round 2 to come race endurance on LMU, and he joined us for Qatar, and it was an absolute joy. And pretty quick, pretty quick guy, I gotta say.
I mean, other than whatever just happened to him, he was giving Trango a hard time, which is a feat in itself. So
yeah, absolutely. Maybe I'll hopefully see. But now that Jeff H is through, he's not exactly running away.
We lost somebody else too. We're down to 17 drivers. We started with 25. So
I don't.
24 maybe.
I'm noticing a lot less pairs on circuit all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We've lost 2 LMP1 cars and 3 not LMP2s, GT1s.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure.
Huh.
Well, darn. That kind of... I kind of hate that. It seems
I do
like...
too. That I don't even know who we lost, though.
I know Mayor Reales, I see in the top right briefly, Zigzag Bruno disappeared, Mayor Reales disappeared, and...
Okay.
They were both in LMP1s, I do believe. So that answers who went there.
I see somebody's in the pits, but I can't tell who it is.
I think that's you in the safety car.
Oh, that's me.
Yep, you're the invisible car 18, and of course, the world famous safety car, that's car 19, that for some reason needs to be on the timing tower.
Has to be on the timing
Just
tower.
the AMS2 things, I think.
Yeah.
I think busted nuts.
It's racing,
got his nuts busted just a bit in turn 11. The rear looks out of shape, just a tad. So first pit stop coming through as Jeff H comes on by in his 4-liter V10 with 599 brake horsepower and 473 newton meters of torque. To answer your earlier question, both the Courage and the Dallara have the exact same engine, and believe it or not, the exact same power and torque.
I don't know if you noticed, Jack, but we have a visitor in the chat here with us.
We do. Oh,
SSGC
no.
Warrior.
It's Carlos.
Hello.
What happened?
Oh, Carlos, what's up?
I have no idea. 1 minute I was just behind Tallahassee, where was gonna sit behind him till maybe like after the pit stops and then make my move, and then I disconnected. He disappeared.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
So
Kronos is taking I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's not exactly downforce what we're seeing on screen. He's floating about a foot above the air.
He is floating.
it is the new strat called the Star Wars strat. You get a
pod racing.
You turn to a hover vehicle.
Yeah,
there you
pod
go.
racing.
Yeah, it's a pod race. Okay.
Oh.
It's pod racer.
Pod racing in AMS2 now.
You get an
Their new
additional
car
50
series.
horsepower by doing that. Will it help you? Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably not.
But no,
you know.
we were on board with you at the time, and I looked over to reference my table of engines, and I looked back, and we were looking at nothing. So I figured, oh, that's
Just
Crazy
disappeared.
Mittens around in the MC12. Ooh.
Oh God, what a hit!
Not a Oh, I don't want him to Oh, he's trying to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Ish, but a bit of a smushed schnoz for the MC12, which, fun fact about the MC12, it's basically a Ferrari Enzo but Maserati
Yes.
bolted a new body on it. It has the
Neat.
same 6-liter V12. It's got the same chassis, just modified a bit to go racing.
Gotta love that.
That's actually something I did know off the top of my head, but I still wrote it down. I learned that
Cheers,
from
Steve, for doing
learned that
so.
from Top Gear.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Isn't the Courage the same chassis that they ran in the IMSA Prototype Challenge series as well?
I don't know that.
There's
I
a
don't-
whole
yeah.
video about the Courage chassis itself, the C60 Courage. I can't remember who the F1 commentator that makes the video about it, but he has like a 4-part video about the different iterations of this car, going from the Courage C60 to the connections to Acura, and its LMP2 car and LMS to
Really?
Yeah.
I knew when I was, because I looked at the Wikipedias for all of these cars and just sort of skimmed them here and there. But I saw all the different iterations of it. I knew there was like the C30 and the C40 and the C50, and then there was like 3 different C60s. But I never went as far to know that it sort of became
Yeah,
the
the
Acura.
the YouTube channel's called Sam's The Pits, and when you watch his videos, you recognize him from the F1 broadcast shows, which is like, oh shit, it's him. And he talks about all these other cars in their history.
I
And the
think
C60.
that we might have our next moment. Oh no, it's not a moment. I
did.
think Jeff H backed out.
Oh
I think
God!
I think he didn't want to go too wide again. But I will say I'm very impressed by Merchant's pace, because I sort of was like, oh, it's an
Absolutely.
inevitability that Jeff H is going
Yeah.
to get by, and he did. But
And now second place to the top, Jeff
Yeah.
H. Trailing, maybe taking it easy because we still have 45 minutes left.
absolutely.
Keep his pace. We know how Jeff H is. He's the pace master.
Oh, and he can make a set of tires absolutely sing. Bit of multi-class, a bit of Jeff H getting sort of stuck behind the Viper just a bit. Anytime any sort of multi-class madness happens, I always get excited as Carlos, you know, after sitting in Discord with us for 10 hours and listening to me yap on about endurance racing.
Hey, those were good times. What are you talking about? Don't
Oh,
downplay
those
yourself
were
like that.
those were
That's really
great.
fun.
Outside of the maniacal Porsche, which we will not go into detail
Oh
about.
God, the pink one.
Pink one that haunts my dreams.
It still haunts your dreams to this day.
Yep.
Just letting you know, folks. I take a look at his brain every now and then, and yeah, he's traumatized by that car.
Yeah, I made an enemy that day. But no, I mean, you can tell I enjoy racing. I enjoy talking about it. Driving the car is like the second most important thing.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you enjoy racing it.
We like to call it fanatical. I do see Cameron Magruder has no front end. It looks like he's dropped to the back where he was behind his father
Yep.
in 7th place, and now he's moved down to 9th. So
I have a sneaking suspicion, knowing how Cameron is. He and I actually 1v1'd at Barcelona in hypercars yesterday. Knowing now what I know about him, I guarantee he saw his dad, the red mist descended, and he pushed a little too hard. It's going to be my
yes.
assumption. And he is going a bit slowly.
He is struggling here. You can see getting
That's-
lapped now.
I would have
Yes,
enjoyed
I think
something
that's
here. Who knows?
Sloth.
Yeah.
He's coming through, but yeah, that's going to be tough. You can see the Octavian, or that's not Octavian, but whoever is in the Viper behind him is sort of keeping pace. So that amount of damage is equivalent to a class deduction. Cameron Magruder, congratulations, you're now driving an open top GT1 car.
I didn't know they
That
allow
one
those kind of cars
series.
in the rule book.
I was going to say, I was
He's
expecting
not.
him to go down pit lane, but
Yeah, not going to the pits. Interesting move there. Not sure why, but
I think
We'll
he's
let
trying
him
to
have
try to
it.
make it through the pit window, get halfway,
could
and
be.
then
possibly. Yeah.
and then
That's a good
repair the
point.
car.
Let's see.
It looks like Jeff H is back on second place. Fog's rolling thick now.
Oh,
Could be an issue for visibility.
Let there be rain.
could there be rain? I don't know. I didn't set up the server. Somebody here might know.
I'm gonna give no information on that.
No spoilers.
Oh,
No
hey.
spoilers here.
I had a feeling you threw rain in there.
Well, I had a
didn't say
feel.
that.
I had a
didn't say
feeling that there's a chance, considering the practice session said moist and qualifying said moist. Is he going to try
That's
to
a
run
lot
the
of
outside
moist.
of turn 8? Not quite
see,
far
could be like
enough
moist
alongside. I gotta ask both of you, and I'll start with Sean. How do you feel about Watkins Glen? Everyone seems to have a strong opinion.
Well, it's my
Oh.
hometown track. I don't know if you guys knew that. I grew up in upstate New York, and my family and I lived about 45 minutes to an hour away, so I hold it dear to my heart
I
as
think he's
far
a
as
fan.
oh, big time, yeah,
Sounds like it.
So much
he's
history.
gonna love my opinion.
yeah. I mean, I'm biased to it because I used to go there and see races and something my dad and I did together. And I don't know if you guys know this, but our sponsor, Crosby's Pizza, is actually my best friend growing up, and also used to race this track in his Porsche with his dad in his Porsche.
Hey,
So
Heck
big history
yeah.
for me there.
ARL homecoming to
Yeah.
Watkins Glen.
Yeah,
I
so I
like
always get
Watkins
really
Glen a little bit
excited.
more.
Hey, there you
I'll be
go.
honest. I
mean,
feel like it's
I'll
kind of
come
a
home.
mid circuit. I get a lot of flack
Oh,
for
it's
it.
not
okay.
the toughest track, but
I don't think it's a mid circuit.
I get a lot of flack for it, which is why I wanted
Okay.
to ask. But I think it is. I think there are significantly better circuits.
as
on the
long as you're not a
NCAA.
hater, in my opinion.
Not a hater. No, not a hater of Watkins
I don't
Glen.
think there's anything wrong with this track.
well, you
Overhyped.
you can't-
In
maybe.
my
you can't-
opinion,
can't hate on it, but I understand if you feel like it's not the most prestige of the tracks that are around the world. I get that.
okay, that part,
Um,
yeah, I get if you don't consider it prestigious, but I think this track doesn't get enough love, in my opinion.
I think
it's
it
a
needs to
fun
be
track
more.
for
I
me.
think it needs to be more like Sebring. Then I'd like it more. It needs to be more
Here's-
potholed.
Here's what I would suggest. Here's what I would
Sebring
suggest
is its own
to
animal.
both,
It's true. It's
to
true.
both of you, if you've never been,
I've
every-
never been, but I
every
want to.
Well, every first week of September, they do a vintage race, and they used to do it over a course of a weekend. You'd go every year for the course of a weekend, but now they do a couple days, but they go from the 1950s all the way to present day and race all weekend long. And
Hold on, sorry to interrupt you. We might see some
No
more
worries.
bus stopping happening right now. They're gonna go
Is
too
there?
win again. You
Oh,
can
here we
see how
go.
cautious Jeff H is
Do you
being.
see Tallahassee?
Jeff H is
Was
just
that-
not gonna
Wait,
make
was that
the move,
Tallahassee?
yeah.
He just parked it on the grass and said, "Nah, I see them coming. I'm getting out the way."
He's
That's
not gonna waste
Tallahassee
his
in the
first
grass.
place here.
No. Never. But so Carlos, because since you weren't here, I think it was maybe lap 3 early in the race. Jeff H and It's No Use went side by side through the chicane.
Oh God.
It didn't go well to say. They kind of door banged. They kind of both lost positions, and I just every time I've seen Jeff H have a think about overtaking on the inside, he's pretty much backed out because he doesn't want to make that mistake again, which is why I keep mentioning it. But
Yep.
he's gonna have to do it elsewhere. Best opportunities: turn 1,
Turn 1.
turn 7, turn 8. Because I really feel the places to do it.
My
So,
favorite spot to pass people on this track is, oh God, third to last corner, the slow left-hander uphill.
That's
Oh.
turn 7. That is
7?
toe. So you like toes, do you?
You like toes?
Not like that.
You like feet?
Uh,
You know?
definitely.
The boot's my
definitely
favorite
not.
part of the circuit.
Hey yo.
That is what
Sounds
it's
like
called.
someone-
It's called the boot.
It is called the
Okay,
boot.
okay, that
third
part
sector.
I know. Okay, no, that part I know about the boot. I didn't know
Yeah.
about the toe.
Yeah, so turn 7 is toe and turn 8 is heel.
Oh God.
Such
Oh,
named
that
because
okay,
feet.
that part, yes.
Yeah.
I know about the boot. Just being underneath the boot is not my favorite place, as to say.
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
something I spoke about with a friend of mine before the broadcast that I asked if it was okay that I said. It was a certain sentence that involved getting a slipstream and going down towards turn 7. You can maybe use your imagination. I like to refer to slipstream as the suck, so you can sort of fill in the blanks there. I was told I wasn't allowed to say
Suck
it,
9,000.
so
You gotta add a number to it, you know.
The suck, huh?
yep.
The suck.
Well, sometimes I just will scream over the radio, "Someone's sucking me," and because they're in my
Wow.
slipstream. So I don't know.
That's
I mean,
Childish, I know, but
That's a fun way of going about it, I guess. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I taught myself.
Why not? Why not?
It's a bit of pace management, I think, going
Yeah.
on for Jeff. He doesn't seem to. He's gonna take an opportunity if it comes, but he's not going to live or die
Okay. Yeah.
on overtaking in the first.
This is one of those
pass.
tracks that's very difficult to pass, in my opinion. You have to be alongside someone into a corner.
Absolutely. I think the
Two.
only corner maybe where you can pass from behind is turn 1. Maybe.
Yeah.
And you have to commit really, really
Very
hard.
much so.
But no, it's a good one. It's a good circuit. It's all right. The weird thing is that I've only just realized, even though I've commentated on the circuit, this is probably the 4th or 5th time I've done it. The bus stop chicane, that is the inner loop, isn't counted as a corner. So that's why there's only 11 corners. It's just the inner. It's just called inner loop. There does not have a corner number, even though there are 2 distinct corners.
And it used to not be there. And something interesting about this track, I'll give you some history here. Over time, this is from like, I want to say late 70s to early 90s, there was so much water that would pool up on this track that the ground started sinking. And that's actually why they put the bus stop in, is because the track had to be completely redone. They took out that entire section and put those S's in because, well, it was something they wanted to do in general, but also because the track was so damaged and beat up, they had to completely redo the track over like 3 years.
In that section
or
now.
something like that. Yeah, that's that section especially. It was just like there were sinkholes everywhere. The track was crumbling and they couldn't race on it anymore because, for those of you who don't know, I like to live in the rain, and in upstate New York, it rains a ton. And then I decided to move away from New York to the rainiest place on the planet, which is
Seattle.
Northwest Washington. Yep.
Sounds about right.
That's kind of where I like to be, I guess, if that's what you like.
I live in the. I would argue I live in the 3rd rainiest place in the U.S.
You do. Yes, you do. You definitely
I
do.
live in the 3rd rainiest place, which is Florida.
But when it
And then
rains in Florida, it rains so hard, dude.
Yeah,
Holy
well, I
crap.
will say today was nothing but about 12 hours of drizzle, which is so unbelievably uncharacteristic for Florida. It was just drizzling all day. That doesn't really happen.
That's like what it does here, where I live.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of our go-to is drizzly rain. But, well, I guess we like rain. I don't know. That's just something. Yeah.
Rain is kind of my specialty, to be honest. I was really hoping that this race would have rain. I'd be like, oh, I would definitely have an advantage here.
Carlos, where do you live? Where do you reside here?
I
Yeah,
reside
asking.
in a state that rains the least, California.
Oh, nice. Okay, there you go.
So always sunny out here. When
Maybe
it
we
rains,
just
it
lost
rains
somebody
for a
else.
month.
We just
haven't
lost
yet.
It looks
another
like it, yeah.
LMP1.
Nope, we did.
Was it
Who did we
LMP1?
lose? I don't
We're
know.
down to 9. We had 10.
Yeah,
Magruder's in the pits.
yeah. I think the
FH now in the pits.
Up
Yeah.
in car, who's car 17 on track?
that's
That'll be the
Sean.
most.
That's me.
That's the invisible
I don't-
car.
I'm
Ah,
not
okay,
actually
that's
here.
Yeah, you're getting
Yeah.
to
It's
see
not
a lot of
fun,
the AMS2 things that I get to experience week in and week out.
We got
Is
Les
this
Paul and
a?
Spiky Cactus in
I
a
was gonna
tiff
say,
here.
this is for position. Are the GT1s gonna decide to go too wide? No.
I would.
Oh, nope,
No.
nope.
It is,
Spiky
Oh.
backed off
it
a
is
little bit.
Viper on Viper. This might be the first time we've had Viper on Viper. That's either it's no use or Randy Magruder there. I don't know which one it is, but they're both driving the
It's
same
no
car.
use cutting the traffic, and it looks like Les Paul's got a little bit of an upper hand here, but
Yeah,
Tallahassee's on the pits. That's a tad, tad early. Depends on what fuel's gonna put in.
commentators
Maybe.
curse Spiky Cactus gets around. Oh, and a little bit of contact
see,
there.
we're seeing it in the toe. TOW
Oh, look,
and
another car
TOE.
floating.
We've got a floating Murcielago now.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know who it is. Hey, have you guys seen Dickolas Rage's car yet?
What in tarnations
Absolutely.
is that?
That is
Absolutely.
that is the
Fantastic.
cage mobile. I tried to do some sort of wordplay with Lamborghini Murcielago and Nicolas Cage. Not easy to do. So it's just a cage mobile.
Oh my.
Best sounding car on
Is
circuit.
that car damaged? That car's damaged.
Yes. So in the before the green flag, they were in the wall. So not the most gracious start. I think Les Paul Obsession just went down pit lane. Yes, there he is down pit lane. So it seems like now's kind of the time, and that's a bit deep. In turn one, I will freely admit.
Ooh.
Ridiculous Rage. People want to call him Ridiculous Cage, but apparently not. But second place Merchant, whether it's by alternate strategy, a bit of fuel saving, a bit of both, is still leading out in front. It's kind
What
of
happened to
rare.
Jeff?
It's kind of rare to see Jeff H pit before anybody else. Kind of seems
Yeah.
like he's
Is he
always the
trying to-
long runner.
He's
Is he
probably
trying to
doing the
undercut?
undercut.
Maybe he's,
Yep.
yeah, because he's got a different strategy tonight, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Different form of driving for Jeff H tonight.
yeah, not in the
He would've-
front.
No,
Nope.
no.
It's really difficult to pass here, even if you have the pace advantage. You're just better off pitting on a different time than the person in front of you to
Yeah.
make that move.
I will say,
Oh,
Did
someone
somebody-
went off back there. Yep, someone went off.
Who was that?
It was a prototype for sure.
It may have been Matty Ice, but I thought I saw a flash of blue go through.
Mighty Ice is cruising.
Yeah, I was just about to shout out where Les Paul Obsession's sort of slated to be right now. I don't know if I think the cars ahead of him probably have to pit. He was running a
Yeah.
net second, which may be the highest he's been so far this season. So could be on for a heck of a result here as the wounded Cameron Magruder is going to come on through. The LMP 1.5, perhaps.
Yeah, he's still not pit. I don't think I've seen him go in yet.
No, I'm wondering if he's also dreading, because to have that front replaced, that's going to be. Oh no! No!
Take him out, let's
No!
Oh no!
What have we done? What have we done?
The commentator curse of all curses.
Ow!
He just took out Les Paul. There
Oh
you go.
He's out.
no! He's done.
Suicide mission. Yeah, he's done.
Oh,
Oh, that is.
I'm
heartbreaking.
actually really upset right now. I'm sending Cameron a message.
Hopefully, he doesn't watch the broadcast.
Maybe he's glad that we did, because then he gets
Maybe.
because now we know that everybody saw it.
He was up to fourth. The poor
He
guy.
was looking for
I
it,
think he
yeah.
was possibly running a net second or net third, on track for a podium, and the young driver who I've been talking up all night, I must admit, gave him a nudge, just a touch.
Yeah,
Those-
maybe. Maybe.
It looked more than a touch. I hate to say.
It was a nudge. It was a large
have to-
nudge.
I don't think it was intentional because that car's damaged. But it's like at this point, you're 27 minutes left in the race. Might as well pit.
Yeah,
Guys,
Also
we're
fix the-
down 9
fix the-
drivers at this point. This is getting brutal.
It
What
is
did
true.
what did Watkins Glen do to everybody? What have I done?
the fog, clearly. It is lifting, though.
It's lifting, yeah.
Already?
It's coming out of the fog, and the track hasn't really warmed up. It stayed
Hello.
32 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's still same
Well,
temperature as
The fastest Sector 2 of
We
the
have
race
another
has just been
visitor.
put in by a second place pusher. We do have another visitor. Welcome, visitor. Who are you? Who are you?
Anthony Bates.
Mr. Bates? What is your
you here?
in-game name? That is why I'm asking who you are. Not to be rude. Maybe just
Is
listening.
Mic not working. I just noticed Trango has a bit of damage in the front end here.
Oh, he does. He does.
Yeah.
Is there a car that doesn't have damage on circuits?
I don't know. That's a great question.
If my car was still on the track, it probably had 0 damage. Wait, Tallahassee has damage?
Yeah.
When?
I'm wondering if it's a scrape with the wall, maybe turn 9, maybe turn 11. Well, it wouldn't be turn 11, because it would be on the other side of the car. I'm thinking
Man, I'm
running it deep into turn 9 and just popping that
Yeah.
wall.
Man, I'm very upset that I'm not in this race.
I will say, definitely a heck of an undercut that Jeff H is going for, because these two are still out here. It's no
Yeah, they're
use.
still
The
going.
second place merchant are still going. The gap's about the same. It's been about 2.5 seconds
Yeah.
for a while. But Jeff H is
Matty
going
Ice.
quickly. I know
It's-
that.
Hey guys, yeah, my mic wasn't turned on. I had to turn on my push to talk from my Fanatec and then plug my mic in. Sorry about that.
Welcome in.
It's all good.
Welcome to
Thanks.
the
Yeah,
party.
my race name is same name, Anthony Bates.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Were you in here tonight? I didn't see your name come up.
I jumped on the this broadcast server earlier and there was announcing, but there was no live stream, so I hopped out.
Ah,
Oh,
Yeah, I
that
just
was, yeah, I
joined
think
the-
that was probably between the race starting and the race halting, because there was an AMS2
Oh, yeah.
typical AMS2 issues in formation laps. So
yes.
I remember
that
you
was,
were saying, one of you guys was saying something about the race start bugs, issues, or whatever.
Yeah, we had another major bug where 2 people just went straight into the wall when the light went green. So we restarted for them. We like to do that.
I just joined ARL. I can't even get the name right. American Racing League. Yeah, I just joined like a week ago so I could race the Easter, and I was going to do the 2000, but I don't think I could do that long of a race. My knees will start messing up.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, take care of those knees, man. I told you. You gotta be careful.
Oh, that was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was me. Yep.
Sean looks out for all of us.
I try. I really do.
I bet you'd
I
hate
like-
the fact that I stand here and commentate with my knees locked.
You
Christ.
stand while you do
I
this?
do. I'm standing because, as you can
Wow.
see, I'm getting further away from the microphone because I'm walking backwards, and now I'm starting to walk
Wow, Jack.
forwards.
You know, you surprise me every day. Every day I talk to you.
No, I
Hey.
New surprise.
I did it once. I think I did it on my second ever broadcast, sort of as a joke, because I was like, real commentators, they usually are standing. I have a sit-to-stand desk. Let's stand. And I did it. I loved it.
Right.
And now I stand for every race. I even stand. I stand for the 2-hour races. I haven't done anything longer than that, so
Yeah.
maybe I won't stand for like a 4-hour or a 6-hour, but
So Jeff H's strategies seem to work on It's No Use. We have a pass from the
It's
pits
true.
now.
worked bigly because that gap when
Yeah.
he came in was maybe 2-3 seconds, and now it's 13. I mean, he's closed about 5 seconds in 3 laps ish. So if he can keep the pace up as he scythes through traffic, he might be
Also
looking pretty
consider
good. Here.
that
Yep, and second place is dipping
sec-
in, so let's see.
second
Can
place
he
could also.
catch?
Another thing you have to consider is that second place's fuel will be a lot quicker because he
It's
can
true.
take less fuel.
He does have to change
He's in.
tires though. That is part of the rules. So let's see how long this takes. Jeff H.
He's in.
29,
Here we go.
28. Here we go.
He's in.
Yeah, I don't know the pit stop time delta. I never really know.
I'm
It's
gonna
always
say it's
different.
about 30 seconds with fuel and tires. Well, with these cars, they may have a bigger tank. I'm not sure.
There are a lot of cylinders.
Yes.
10 of them to be exact. The lowest displacement engine in the GT1 field, by the way, is 6
He's
liters.
still sitting on pit
Yep.
lane from what it looked like. Oh, he's gonna
Is
pass
he
him.
moving?
Here
He's
comes
not.
Jeff
The
H.
car's still
No.
in the air
Yep.
as Jeff H comes
Too much
by.
fuel.
The undercut.
There he goes. There he goes.
Really
he knew what to
working.
do. He really knew what to
now,
do there.
Now I'm curious. So last lap,
Wow.
zoom to 39s. Well, I don't
And
really
here
know the
comes
last
It's
lap.
No Use.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, over a second quicker from what it looked like.
So
In
it looks
second
like
place,
the
make it
the
up.
1 lap undercut worked, but he's really not that
Yeah.
far behind.
Was it 1 lap? I could have sworn it was more.
Might have been 2. Not a long undercut though. But yeah, so it's slipped away
Sloth
just a
isn't too
bit.
far away here.
No, I mean they're all within the mistake range, I would say, of each other.
Absolutely. Well, it's starting to break up in the clouds here. It's going to be sunny soon, so
I didn't know that happened in New York. Wow.
you know, occasionally.
No, look at that. Look at those blue skies.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. Gorgeous.
I like that all the headlights are still on. I think race cars look better when they have headlights on. They look better on a broadcast for sure.
It definitely makes them more dramatic looking. That's
Yes.
for sure. Yeah.
No, we went through the gray skies, then into the spooky fog, and we're gonna end under blue sky conditions, unless
Yeah.
maybe some late race rain. I think at this point.
You never know.
We'll see what happens.
Yes, I feel like you're trying to sell me lies here, but it could happen. Still, we got the floating Murcielago.
Well, here's I'll put this in perspective.
The pod
And
racer.
from all the bugs we've seen from AMS2, do you really
It's so
question
wild
that
coming
rain
from
might just come out of nowhere? 'Cause
It's true. It could soak the
I
circuit
expect it.
instantly.
even when I'm in control, I still expect it. So
One day we'll have a bugless AMS2. One day.
I honestly don't think it's ever gonna happen.
Nope.
I've
don't
lost
think so
hope. So I've been racing AMS2 for probably at least 5 years. It's been a long time. But a lot of the issues that I see you guys run into regularly existed 5 years ago. Formation laps haven't worked since I
You
started.
know what's crazy though? I've seen a lot of issues from AMS2 that were also from Project Cars 2, which this game is kind of like based from.
right.
And I'm just
Which I
like, that's
find-
wild.
I find bizarre that they wouldn't. You have such a broad spectrum of cars to run, multiplayer especially, and they give no updates on the multiplayer server stuff. They just don't.
Yeah,
It's
I was
probably
really
a lot harder to do, to be
Well,
honest.
it is. I was expecting something in the most recent update, which the new Formula One cars, or well, I guess the new old Formula One cars. I was expecting something, but no mention of fixes, no mention of anything. Which
No.
it seems like they're prioritizing the single player experience, is what that leads me to believe.
Right.
Because that works
Yes.
pretty much flawlessly.
It really does. Yeah. And actually, the AI is really fun to race against.
Absolutely.
Single
Yeah.
player. Yeah. I've always enjoyed it, but
Sometimes they act a little
Yeah.
silly in qualifying. They try to get out
They
of your
can.
way, but getting out of your way might mean into a recorded panel.
right.
It happens.
Yeah.
AMS2, I've said for a long time, is if you want a sim where you're just sitting in your room, sitting wherever you are driving, turn off the HUD, throw on some car you've never driven before, and just be immersed in racing, it is absolutely
Yeah.
awesome. It's
Yeah,
so
the graphical
so good for it.
content yeah, the graphics on this game are always pretty top notch, and you can run it full steam and it won't blow your computer up, which I always loved.
VR is also
Yeah.
very good. VR works
Yes,
very
yes.
well. I'd say better than just about any other sim.
Absolutely.
Anyways, gentlemen, I'm gonna call it a night here. It's time
Yeah.
for me to go
Okay.
get dinner.
Thank you
Carlos, thanks
for
for
joining
joining.
us. Sorry that you rudely got nuked from orbit.
That
Yeah.
wouldn't be the first time from a race, but you know,
You'll get him
The
next time, right?
Yep.
the fact that I was in second with no practice, like, damn, I can actually win this without practicing. Anyway.
Yeah, you were on Trango pretty hard there. We were rooting for you, but
Yeah. You better not disconnect at Barcelona. I'll be
Oh, I
really
definitely won't.
disappointed.
I definitely won't. Anyway, have a good night, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
sir.
Thank you for
Have a
joining
good one.
us.
You too.
Yeah.
So Mr. Spiky Cactus is in the lead of this race, and I completely
Yeah.
missed it. And
Yeah,
Mr.
no,
Chinese
Trango went to the
Design
pits.
is in third.
He is.
So
And we only have 16 minutes left of this race. So
yeah, that's a mountain to climb, even for Trango.
absolutely.
You know, about 30 seconds.
And I don't know if you saw, but before Trango went to the pit, Spiky Cactus was only 20 seconds away from him. So he was catching up pretty quick. I'm wondering if the damage Trango has is kind of slowing him down.
I think it might be. I'm curious to see last lap times between them. Spiky Cactus on a 147.9. Trangy's, well, he just came out of pit lane, so I checked at the wrong time. But we'll see what Trango
Curious to see how
does.
this plays out.
Yeah, 'cause I do know damage in AMS2 is ruthlessly non-forgiving. If you have
Yes.
1% front bumper, front splitter, whatever you want to call it, damage, or any rear diffuser, rear wing damage, you are probably going to lose, I don't know, 5% of your top speed.
Yes.
At 1%, which is a nudge, the tiniest nudge. So it is super heavily performance impacting. And repair times are all over the place, so it's hard to strategize around them.
It is, yeah. I mean, I've gone into the pits with pretty heavy damage, I felt like, when we were doing the Formula USA series last season, and it was only like a minute of damage, and then there were other times where I just clipped the wing on somebody, and I was in there for 2.5 minutes. So I don't really understand where
My guess...
they get the idea.
Yeah,
of
I think
how
it
those
tends
times
to
should
be
work, but-
if it's suspension, it's going to be a whole lot longer.
True.
If it's bodywork, it's not a whole lot. There's also the annoying thing as well, where if you have a bit of engine damage, you can't not repair the engine if you want to repair the rest of the cars. So sometimes you're stationary for a long time with that. And the Formula USA cars, at least whenever I drove them, in whatever setups I ran, they would almost always end up damaging the engine at some point.
Yeah. I don't like to talk about engine damage because of the last Formula USA series when we did the driver's choice Suzuka circuit, and my engine blew twice.
That's right.
After going to the pits and fixing it, my engine blew up again, and I had the radiator open 75-80%, whatever it was. It was just not my night, apparently. So,
Yeah. So I just looked. Trango's going 3 seconds a lap faster. So I don't think the damage is hurting him too much. He's doing 144s. The two ahead are doing 147s.
And Flores is actually only 4 seconds from Cactus here, so
And he
we
seems
got,
like he's closing. So there could
Yeah,
be...
he's cooking with that.
I mean, 4 seconds a
Dodge right
lap, or 3 seconds a lap. Could he do it in 13 minutes?
That's a tough one.
Maybe. Not known for my mathematics, especially.
I
on the
mean,
fly.
no mistakes from Trango. He could probably pull it off, but Flores is cooking now. He's got
Yep. In the pod racer.
see, in the pod racer, yeah.
Yep. So three different cars, 3 different manufacturers, sort of vying for the top spot. Which in any racing series, I'm excited to see that. It means
Yeah.
you know everyone's fairly equal, and I'm a bit partial to the Pod Racer because I absolutely adore the Lamborghini Murcielago. Not when it's doing that though. I would say cutting the grass, but I guess that's blowing the grass more.
Bucking the grass, as you would say.
Maybe.
Maybe. I did get to do some test runs with the Murcielago because that's what I was going to use in this series, if I were able to race. But I absolutely loved it. I'm not going to lie. This car
sounds so
is
good.
Amazing. It sounds so good, and it does drive. In this sim, it drives fantastic. Not going to lie.
I think all these cars drive really well. I was pretty impressed because I gave them a shot. I usually will hop on AMS2 when they drop new cars because they release them usually free for a weekend. I'm like, I'll try them. I enjoyed them all. Didn't end up spending the $10 mainly just because I didn't anticipate jumping on and racing them at any other point. But they're cool as heck.
They really are.
And I'm glad that you guys put on an ALMS championship with a vintage IMSA.
And I think we're gonna to give some foreshadowing for the future here. I think we may stick with just vintage series for not just IMSA, but just moving forward. We'll do more vintage stuff because I've had a lot of requests for it, and the way the cars drive in this sim for vintage stuff really is exciting to drive. It's really fun, and they do drive well. So now we have the new Formula cars in here, the V10s and 12s. Those are awesome.
I think that's a brilliant move as someone who is entirely impartial and just watches these things. AMS2 in terms of modern machinery, it's just they drive fine. They drive fine.
It does okay. It does okay. Yeah.
They drive fine. The fact that they got the IMSA license and tried to get after it and did all that, that's cool. That's great. The fact that they're in the sim, wonderful.
I love it. Yeah.
But AMS2 has such a wide variety of cars. Why not run some wacky stuff? And vintage race cars are wacky enough. And are super cool.
We have so much at ARL going on already with GT3 hypercars in LMU, which does it fantastically. iRacing does it fantastically. So
some would say LMU does it the best. I would say that.
I'm gonna go back to LMU soon and test it out again. I haven't been on there since I think season 6 of the Sunday races. And I think we're in 10 or 11 now.
You might be. I think that might have been before the complete tire overhaul in every single car.
Yeah, and that's what I was reading about it the other night. That the tires feel
really good.
Really good. Yeah, and that excites me because when these sims don't have a good tire model, it turns me off. Like I really don't appreciate it.
Yep.
So. I'm gonna test it out again, Jack. See how that goes.
You should. I think you should. And if you want to do endurance stuff, let me know.
And I do.
Let me know. I've now
Yeah.
just completely opened the door to whoever the heck wants to run an endurance. If they're looking for somebody to do it with or somebody to add to the team, every weekend there's an endurance race. If I'm available, I'm running it. I'm running. I'll be doing Barcelona twice this week, which it's a 4-hour.
Wow.
I'll be doing it once with Carlos on Saturday, and then I'll be running it with Randy and Cameron on Sunday. Because I'm such a popular guy, everyone wants to drive with me.
That's not true. You're the voice of America's racing league.
That's true. I'm the voice. I am the voice, which is kind of weird.
It used to be me, and I've passed the torch, and you're doing a fantastic job.
I enjoy it. It's good. I love it.
I'm
up to I do. This week might be 7 broadcasts.
Wow.
Possibly. I do a lot of these. I do a lot.
That's amazing. Yeah. I got to the point years ago where I was doing back to back, like one race after the other. I finally said I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. I'm kind of putting myself through my own paces and seeing what I'm capable with, and it's to the point now where I'm like, I've accepted that I'm like, if I just don't want to do it on one night, I don't have to, which is kind of nice. Like I want to do like last week, I was just like, you know what, really not feeling it. Really don't have the energy to talk to either myself or somebody else for an hour about a race.
Talking is work, and also broadcasting is work. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. I know that AMS2 doesn't have the finite tools that we love in the other sims that we use, but you know, we're here, we're having a good time. That's kind of what it's all about.
Always.
And that was my idea behind AMS2 being in our league, was for everybody to have a good time. So that's why we're here.
And I love it. No, AMS2 will always be special to me. I will complain about it forever. I complain about everything forever.
As will I. It's my worst nightmare, especially with the servers. So,
I will always complain, but no, I'll always appreciate it, because it's. I mean, AMS2 brought me to you guys. At the end of the day,
I know
I'm here through AMS2, so you know.
And you know what? Some of the funnest people we have in this league are in our AMS2 like hardcore community here. So I do appreciate having this around and continuing to keep it going. So good stuff.
I've just noticed Mr. K Flores, I think, has had an incident and is also back on the ground.
He is on the ground. I noticed that. I did
third.
notice he's dropped way back.
Yeah.
That might make him faster.
Well,
because he's on the ground now.
Maybe greater traction, but I don't think he's going to be getting second back. The mouth of that MC12 is a little wiggly.
Yeah,
has a lot to say. Look at me, Ferrari engine. Rah!
Strango is now 4 seconds back from Spike.
That's what I was looking at.
Just mobbing through the score.
Let's see what we got for last laps between the two. A 44 versus a 48.6. So we're now up to 4 seconds a lap. I mean,
Trango's just doing quality laps.
I was gonna say lapping in free air is one thing, but you still gotta get past, Spiky Cactus. You still gotta get around the V8 or the V10 rather. There are no V8s here. I think it's hilarious. There's one V8 on circuit, but nobody here is running the Corvette anymore. C5.
I noticed that. Yeah, the C5 is not on track anymore.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. We miss it though.
Yeah.
The 7-liter engine that has enough torque to jumpstart a Sun.
It's such a monster of a car.
Yeah. Well, it's super cool. I like watching this. Makes me wish that these were raced now, or at least there were like this kind of. The only thing that comes close, I think, in modern sports car racing is the engine in the Aston Martin Valkyrie. It's like the only thing that comes close to me to tickle that itch of this is absurd.
Yes.
It's a 6.4 liter, I think, naturally aspirated V12.
That's right.
In a class that is all hybrid race cars. The whole LMDH rule book is around hybrid cars. The road car on which it's based has a hybrid system, but they said no, none of that. We're just going to have it be the greatest sounding engine in years. And
is he just going to drive around, Spiky? What is he doing?
I think he might just be driving around.
He's about to. Spiky's putting up a fight, though.
It's going to be all about car placement. It's all going to be all about car placement. Just really seems like he's got the legs, but maybe has the... Yeah.
I don't know.
He literally closed a 4-second gap in one lap.
Drango's nuts. Yeah.
He is. I think Spiky maybe knows that it's going to be tough in the braking zone, but now...
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
he sort of gave up the inside to him.
Still trying, but no. He's...
I thought he was going to be a bit more defensive, but maybe he's thinking, well, there's not a lot we can do now. But to do
yeah.
30 seconds in less than 15 minutes and 13,
Yeah.
12-ish
That's-
minutes, unbelievable.
Triumphant drive here from Spiky Cactus.
Yeah, no, I still a great drive to get up to first, and I mean, we only have maybe 2 more laps to go. I
Yep.
think Jeff H is going to come around and start the penultimate lap in just a second. But he
And
fought the
another
good fight.
props to second place for closing what was a 22-second gap now to a 6-second gap to It's No Use.
Yeah.
That's,
think-
that's good. That's
I think if the
pretty damn good.
strategy was there for second place Merchant, it could have gone a different way. I think it could have looked different.
I agree.
The on the side of the car, what's on the side and on the nose of the car doesn't lie. This guy's got some pace. Some
Yes.
might
I
say
see
he's-
you got
he's speedy.
the liveries now, huh?
I did.
We have
I
the
did.
liveries up.
When did you
We
get
got a
here?
Ted Piper.
I was
in
gonna
here.
say, I was like, wait, I know that voice. Who's
know
when
that
you get
voice.
here? Mr. Ted Piper, everybody. My AMS2 ALMS compatriot has returned. He has not missed a race. Quite like second place Merchant just missed a corner, but
I think
seen
he's
that.
trying to
Scenic route.
catch us no use, you know?
Could be.
He's got 6
Hey,
seconds to do it.
He's got you. What they have 8 track cuts available. You may as well use them. You may as well use them. They're freebies in my
Just
book.
go straight through the chicane.
Yeah, just blast through it. You can jump the whole thing if you just hit the first bump.
Yes, we do have the custom liveries, and especially now I know how everything works for Thursday. So everybody will be in the right car. Everybody's gonna look amazing.
Oh yeah, the
Or,
trading paints, yeah.
Yep. I didn't know about the whole Control R thing. I know
Oh,
now.
you're good.
I know now.
Are you
are
you broadcasting Thursday, Jack?
I am broadcasting Thursdays now.
Great. Okay, great.
The condition being, I will not be purchasing the circuit, so somebody has to do it for me. Because
Nice.
I'm not going to spend money on iRacing if I'm not going to be driving the circuits. That is my condition.
He's gonna have the complete collection of iRacing by the time it's done, though.
I am. I said I think last Thursday actually I was like, here's my my guide to getting racetracks on iRacing for free. It takes about 8-9 months of prep. You got to start commentating in a European league, and then happen to be in the right place, right time to join an American league as a commentator. Broadcast for them for about 4 months, and then maybe they'll start buying you stuff.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
We'll just keep adding on to the plate here. You know.
But no, I always say if I'm available, if I have the tools to do it, there's not a whole lot that's gonna stop me from talking about a race or watching it,
All right.
or there's races in the background and I'm talking about something else. We'll see that. But it's a significantly higher attrition rate, I think, is the story of this race.
Yeah,
Started
absolutely.
with 24, 25 cars. We've got 15. Almost
Yeah, a
equal.
lot of
Yeah.
random accidents in the beginning. I wonder if the track was maybe a little slippery. I can't really speak to that, but
No
it
rain
said
though.
dry. Yeah, no rain.
No rain though. It should
I saw
be.
Pacheco lost his power, so like that's just a random thing to happen.
Should be the final lap. It might be
Yeah.
+1.
We have
It
a
is.
+1. Yep. Yep.
Okay, this I don't know if this is then the penultimate lap because now the timer's gone and I don't know. I think in race 1 I called the finish 3 times and got it right on the third
Yeah.
try. So
Yeah, we were like, "Is this it? What do you mean? They have another lap?"
I don't know.
That's right. Yeah.
But we'll get there in the end. I think who's going to finish this race in the lead is pretty much decided. Did Busted's
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
Busted Nuts has nusted his butts again.
No.
Fortunately, he's still moving, so he's gonna hopefully take the checkered flag. Hopefully not cause a massive accident here. Yep, stand out of the way. Well done. Oh no,
Jeez.
we got another.
Whoa.
Come on, we you don't need to go much further now. It's Matty Ice,
that?
who's round.
Oh, so was in the pit.
Magruder
Magruder was
is
in
in
the
the pit?
pits.
Oh, wait a
He was
minute.
Kronos
down
is-
2, now he's up again. He must have had some type of fuel issue, huh?
He may have. Did he
Kronos
short
is
fill?
bugging
Let's
out.
see how. He's not there long. The lollipop is up, which means they're done working on the car or filling the car. Oh my
What
lord!
the heck,
We're not going to looking at that. Kronos is having a
Yeah,
a
don't look
moment.
at Kronos.
We're not doing that
A
again.
seizure waiting to happen.
I think.
Wait, has that been happening all?
No,
all
that
track?
just started.
Or
I
all-
think
No,
this is
that's
it.
just
I
now.
think Jeff H is now crossing the line. He has crossed
That's
the
it.
line.
There it is.
To take victory at Watkins Glen.
With Tringo.
It's no
the
use is
same
going to
time.
come through.
Yeah, at
Oh,
the
that
same
is
time.
true. Trengies was alongside
Yeah.
him. I didn't even think that.
Yeah.
Trengies outdoing a 30-second deficit in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable. Second place Merchant drove a great race. Maybe a bit lacking in the strategy department. Perhaps.
Perhaps. I think that's what killed his race. Yeah.
I think more to take to Belgium next week. I would gander. And Sloth comes across in 4th. Spiky Cactus is already through. The pod racer that's no longer pod racing coming through to get ready to finish. And since I haven't done it, I'm just gonna chase Kevin.
Give some props to Kevin Flores too for not.
No, you're interrupting the noise. Sorry.
Sneak,
Shush, 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 shush.
What am I interrupting?
Shush, shush, shush. Just listen. All right, now you can speak. Sorry. It's really good noise. It's really good noise.
Listening to ridiculous Rage's livery.
Oh,
Is it
do we?
talking to you?
Go
here
to
we
that.
go.
What is it?
Here we go.
No
it's a little
way.
Bit, it's a little bit busted up. It's a little
I
bit
didn't look
busted
at
up, but here we are in all of its
The best.
glory.
The best.
This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Ridiculous Rage with Nicolas Cage in all of his many forms, including the well-spotted long-haired variant.
Wow.
But the good news
race.
is,
Oh my god.
hopefully the server doesn't close too quickly. Don't do it. I can read out the final standings as they were in New York. Jeff H with pace, poise, and something else that starts with P takes victory here in round 4. And yep, good position. Yep, definitely. That will work. It's no use. Slightly better strategy than maybe the car behind him, who was just a bit quicker, takes second. Second place Merchant, one off of the namesake in 3rd. Sloth finishes 4th, and the server closed, and I'm sad. But that usually happens. That happens more often than I would like, and I don't know how to make it not happen. But
You can go back to YouTube. You can go onto YouTube and like just rewind a little
great
bit.
point. Let's do that right now. Aha! I didn't scroll down all the way, so I only get the top 12. So,
Oh my!
Matty Ice,
here.
I'm a professional.
Hold on.
Matty
Hold
Ice
on.
finished in 5th in the LMP1s. Kronos in 6th. Randy Magruder 7th, and Cameron Magruder, who did an entire race, well, most of a race, without the front engine cover. Well, I guess it's more suspension fuel tank cover since it's a mid-engine car. Finished in 8th. Trengies Designs overcoming a deficit that I thought was maybe a bit impossible. Takes victory yet again. I believe that's, well, it's not quite 4 for 4. It's of the races he's finished, he's won them all. So he's 3 for 3 on finishes. He may or may not have not finished at Sebring. Spiky Cactus finished 2nd. K Flores 3rd, and Gallus Octavian finished in 4th in GT1. Can't see the rest.
I got it. We have Ridiculous Rage in 5th, Crazy Mittens in 6th, Busted Nuts in 7th, Les Paul unfortunately retiring, and the rest of the grid was a retire from 15th place down.
Jeez.
Les Paul being 16th out and down was just a complete wash, and I apologize to all of them.
Yeah,
for having that happen.
Yeah, we lost a few. We lost some good ones, whether it was internet, whether it was
Yeah.
A car not nailing them off the circuit, whether it was them going headfirst into a barrier or some other engine explodey type of things. We lost some good ones, but
Yeah, we did.
sort of hang around. Well, I was gonna say I'll hang around for a minute, see if winners will join us, but one of them's already sitting here. The ever punctual Mr. Tringy's Designs. Welcome in again. How was it?
Tonight was a good one. I hate what happened with CDLT. I think that we were gearing up for a really good race near the end of it. I don't know if he started on mediums or hards. I started on hards and went to mediums for the end. So I don't know what his strategy was going to be, but I was definitely biding my time, and he told me right as he left the voice chat, he was like, "Yeah, I was biting. I was gonna wait to pounce it a little bit later on," and I was like, I still had plenty of tires waiting, but no dice on the fight. He got disconnected due to server connection or something, and yeah, that it spooked me. I thought that I disconnected, but um it was on his end, so really hate to see that. Uh it seems like the two races that uh our battle was looking to be good was Sebring. I crashed out of it due to hardware issue with my streaming stuff, like I told you guys then. And now he gets put out of a race due to internet issues, so kind of sucks, but we're here now.
Yeah, my biggest question from the race, other than the fight that could have been, I was quite literally on the stream teeing it up. We were watching CDLT 5177's point of view when he basically got sent to the great beyond, is what it looked like from us. But when you came out of pit lane and you had, I don't know, 30-40 seconds to first, were you like comfortable? Were you like, oh yeah, this is fine, or was it like, whoops, I might have messed something up?
So what actually happened was I touched the Watkins Glen grass, which even in Assetto Corsa Competizione before this has claimed me in the exact same corner that it claimed me, and damaged my right rear suspension a little bit. So I dove into the pits for repairs and fuel, and I wanted to run the hards until the crossover period for the guys behind me, which I did so, and I could see on my dashboard with the positions where I can see who's behind me. I can see lap times. So I was hitting the same lap time every lap, and I was watching his time get closer and closer to me until at one point his lap was slower than mine, which was when I dove in for mediums. And when I came out, I didn't have a good judgment of gap. I just know that they were probably about halfway through the track as I came out. So I was definitely kind of like 20 minutes. I don't know if I can make that. And I just put my head to the grindstone and do what I've done multiple times in
Yeah,
my racing career,
yeah.
and I kind of just went. I think I was putting 43s down for at least 10 of those 20 minutes, and they were up at like 47, 48, 49. So I was just chunking time, and I think it wasn't Crazy Mittens. It was a Maserati, I think. No, it was Flores in the Lambo. He pitted, and just as he moved out of the way to pit, I could see the silhouette of the Viper of Cactus and the Lapper that was in between the two of us. So at that point, I was like, "Oh, now I have a tow," and got up to him, and I was thinking maybe he was saving tires, but I didn't know what compound he went to. So I don't know if he was on hards or if he was on mediums like me. And his mediums were shot because he pitted with like 35 minutes left.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we were sort of did rough math in the box, and I said it was a mountain to climb. It seemed like he climbed it pretty easily, though. Maybe that I thought there could have been. He was leaving some pace left in the Viper. He was going to fight you hard, but no, you just kind of drove past him. But a super strong performance again. You're 3 for 3 on races you've crossed the finish line. Is the stat I gave. So
Yeah, that stat is very accurate for this season.
yeah,
CDLT is definitely going to give me a run. I don't think I can pull a perfect season like I did last IMSA season. In the McLaren, I did a perfect 8 for 8, or I think it was 9 for 9 actually. And yeah, I have my hands full with that Lamborghini this season.
it's one of the best sounding fights I've heard on a broadcast, so I always appreciate it. And hopefully you two get to duke it out without anything in the middle, being hardware issues, internet issues, or anything like that. But not
Yeah,
much else to say other than congratulations again on another win. And are you looking forward to heading to Europe next week?
what round is next week?
Next week is Spa Francorchamps.
Ah, Spa. I do love me Spa for sure.
Period correct Spa, mind you. This is 2005 historic Spa. I do not know the difference between that and the current version, but I do
It's
know.
it's probably the curbs.
I think
Um,
yeah. I don't think it may have been before they changed the final chicane. I don't remember. I do know though it's not the 13-kilometer driving through a village Spa from the 70s. So that's
well,
all I do
thank
know.
God,
That would have
thank
been
God, because
maybe it
I
should
don't.
be.
That would be wild, dude.
That would be carnage. I think we'd see a greater attrition rate than we saw tonight for sure.
Oh, definitely. That would probably have the attrition rate of a Nordschleife. Um, of a Nordschleife
That's
race
the
for
secret.
sure.
That's the secret ninth round of this championship that just nobody's told you
Is
about.
the Nords? Yep.
Yeah, we're all going to Nords. Nobody knows that yet. I'm the only one who knows. Have the power.
Yeah.
But no. Best of luck with that, and hopefully nothing's too different. So the prep isn't too crazy. And thanks for joining us on Circuit, of course. Thanks for joining us for a little post race interview.
Of course. Thanks for having me. And yeah, I'm gonna go and talk to CDLT and see what his strat was, because I'm really interested on it. Because I know my strat for tonight, the hard to medium. Um, I think it would have been really, really interesting had he started medium and went hard. Phrasing on that, but
I wasn't gonna say it. Listen, I
yeah.
definitely
So
we weren't talking about sucking toes or anything in the broadcast booth tonight. Nothing like that going on. I would never make a joke like
with
that.
Stewart, I don't know, man.
He actually wasn't the
He
one who
has
brought it up.
been.
It was me. It's fully me.
Oh, you're just as wild.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
You're just as wild.
But people lock me in a box to talk about nothing but racing all week. I mean, what do you expect? No, I do this to myself.
Fair.
I enjoy it. But no, thanks for joining us again, and perhaps we'll be talking to you next week. But at the very least, we'll be seeing and hearing you speak your truth through your V12 microphone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be, even if I don't win next week, if CDLT does best me, I'm still gonna probably join it, and you guys get to have both sides of the story next week.
Yeah, let's do it. There's pretty much an open invitation to the box, into the booth, I should say. I mean, we had CDLT join us mid race, so it wouldn't be that too different hearing from you guys both at the same time.
Yeah, what did he have to say?
He just basically was
Anything
like, "Yep, just
interesting?
disconnected. No, nothing interesting strategy wise. He just said disconnection. Don't know what happened, and then he hung out with us for a little while, chatted about the race, and then
He didn't want
slinked off for
to.
dinner. Maybe
He
not.
didn't want to give away his strat.
No, no secrets. No secrets to divulge publicly. Maybe he'll tell you if you ask nicely enough.
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
Well, we'll speak to you next week then. Enjoy the practice and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Hopefully, if I can, I'm gonna try and have a livery for next week. And I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Is it gonna be better or worse than the Nicolas Cage Lamborghini?
It's probably going to be a little bit more bling than the Nicolas Cage, but we'll see. I'm still in the middle of my school semester, so schoolwork comes first, of course. It's my last one before I graduate with my associates, so I'm really locking in with it. So
stay in school, kids, otherwise you'll end up like me. I went to school. I went to college. I got a degree. You might still end up, but maybe don't stay in schools even. No, just don't listen to me.
Don't listen to Jack.
do as I not as I say.
Do as you don't say. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll chat with you next week. Enjoy, and we'll close up shop here for another edition of ALMS Vintage IMSA. Mr. Sean, Mr. Ted, any final words from either of you before we get rolling?
I got none.
Stay in school, I heard. That's a good closer.
All right. I followed that up with maybe don't stay in school, and then I
don't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm
do what you want, man. I don't know.
Don't listen to me, man. I'm not the one to ask that.
That's exactly what I said. Don't listen to me. Be safe. Wear your seatbelt. Be nice to your parents. Eat your veggies.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that squirrel
don't do
one?
drugs. The squirrel one? Do you like that one?
You said that the other night. I had a squirrel in my house on Sunday.
Hug it? Did you hug the squirrel?
After you said that. Well, we tried. He ran away.
I manifested a squirrel in your
house. You wanted to make it your pet?
Apparently, I have powers beyond cursing people. I can also bless them with squirrels. Awesome. So
I was 45 minutes left in the Nürburgring race, and I was in the car, and my girlfriend comes running into the room and is like, "There's a squirrel in the house," and I'm like, "I'm in the middle of the Nürburgring."
Yeah, that's so. Did you? I assume you finished the race and then dealt with the squirrel.
Well, she was able to deal with the squirrel.
Oh, okay.
I was a little sad that I was not able to go see the squirrel myself, but there was no way of
jump on the radio. Hey guys, sorry, I gotta stop for 5 minutes. I need to go check this squirrel out.
Yeah, I gotta give the car back to another teammate.
Yeah.
End note from Ted: make squirrels your pets.
Yep.
Yeah.
They need love too.
That's what I said. My whole thing was give a squirrel a hug because they deserve love too.
Oh, that's so nice.
That was the idea. And I'm glad that the theme of random tangents right before we end the stream is staying up. DF330 in chat is so confused. Hi, bye. We're
all right.
We're signing off for the night.
Great night at Watkins Glen, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See you next time, everybody. Give a. I was gonna say hug a panda, but I think that's a crime. Maybe don't hug a panda. I think they're endangered. I don't know. Do something nice for somebody else.
Yeah.
Whether or not you know them, do something nice for somebody you know, and do something nice for a stranger. That is your homework.
Agreed.
Usually, I tell you to
Agreed.
go watch a race, but no, your homework is to be a good person. So, take care of
like that.
yourself. Enjoy everything. I'll return for more ARL goodness on Thursday. Got GT3s on iRacing. We'll be at MoSport, which is one of my favorites. I have to admit, do deeply enjoy that circuit. So that will be brought to you along with more throughout the week. And if you're interested in joining anything we have going on here, everything's in the description. Join the Discord. Come hang out. Lots going on. Most days of the week, something is being done. If you like a car, chances are you'll be able to drive it and compete with other ARLers. Never referred to drivers as like that, and that's gonna be the last time I do that. That's terrible. I gotta come up with something better than that.
You need a slogan, man.
I don't need a slogan. My slogan is "Go hug a squirrel."
There you go.
Go hug a squirrel, everybody. I appreciate
night.
you all very much, and good night.